What is up, and welcome to the Friday dev stream. It's gonna be just a fun ranked stream. It's a pretty straightforward one. How you feeling, Surus?
Pretty good. Music's on point.
Yeah.
Enjoying the vibes.
You're the one who picked it, so I'm sure you're enjoying it.
Yeah, there was a couple people in chat that were vibing on it too. Who was it? Let's go. I don't know. It's gone. Hey,
Done.
Gressel, thank you for the music slaps. Appreciate it. I'm feeling good. Not gonna lie, I've been a little salty the past couple days.
Okay.
But I watched my replays. I think I was just being too aggro. Need to work on spacing, stop dodging in, typical stuff.
Yeah.
But I watched my replays, coach. So
Nice. Honestly, that was my favorite part of everything you just said, is that you watched your replays. Definitely something to do, people in chat. All right. Things we should do before we get into the games part of things. Talk about stuff going on in the world of Brawlhalla. You know how we do. We like to get that stuff out of the way. All right. Yeti merch. If you haven't heard, you can go over to the yeti.com/collection/Brawlhalla. I'm sure one of the mods is going to drop it in chat. You can pick up some Yeti merch. You got a bunch of shirts. There's like 3 different shirts you can get, as well as actually wait, no, there's 5 now, because there's the 2 that happened a long time ago. There's this one, and then there's the red and blue one that also dropped during the World Championship, and then a bunch of enamel pins. All of that comes with the Yeti tarot skin you see in the top left, and you'll get that code physically with your items. So make sure you pick that up if you're interested. Of course, you can go over to yeti.com/Brawlhalla and pick up some merch. You know, get that clothing game.
It's cool. I got some. I don't have it yet, but I got some, and I like it, and I'm excited. Yeah, I haven't been able to pick it up yet, but I'm excited.
All right, coming up next, just a final reminder. This thing is about to go away. This is the Halloween bundle. I think it's like literally on the doorstep to leave. So make sure if you want to get it, this is kind of your last warning that it's going to be gone soon enough. And so you want to make sure that you pick up your Halloween bundle before it's too late. Again, you can claim it and you don't have to redeem it in game. You can claim it and get the code so that when you want to redeem it, you can get it later. But if you're still interested in that, go to brawlhalla.com/prime. Figure out how to get those things all free if you have the Prime Gaming account.
Free. I like free.
All right. One more thing. This doesn't really have a graphic, so I'm just going to bring this up instead and let y'all know. We've been hinting at it a little bit. There is a charity stream that is going to happen. I can't give too much details. We'll have more, of course, as we get closer to it. But make sure you go over to brawlhalla.com/schedule, because you'll know exactly the times everything happens when it's on there. It'll be on the website. So make sure that you're ready. You know how we do our charity streams. It's a fun time. We got 12 hours of fun gaming action. We play all sorts of games, hang out, have fun. You know we love it, and it always goes to a great cause. So make sure that you mark your calendars. Keep an eye on that brawlhalla.com/schedule so that you can see. Yeah.
Also, happy birthday to Scorpion on Fire in chat. Happy birthday.
I saw someone in chat say I played them in experimental earlier. I've never played this game in my life, so I don't know what you're talking about. If you ever see someone in ladder or anything like that, it's not me. Even if they have the dev tag, literally not me.
This is my first time playing.
Yeah, I don't actually know what this game is. They just put me in front of a camera. All right. One more thing. I saw a bunch of people in chat talking about it. So I got to let y'all know. And this is probably a leak, but I'm going to do it anyways. A lot of people talking about the rewards. If you don't know what it is, go over to brawlhalla.com/rewards. The rewards track track 6 should go until the end of the year. I know a bunch of people are still asking about it, like when's it going to go to the next one. You'll get a bunch more details from Foda. You know, Foda knows all of that stuff through and through. So check in on the esports dev stream probably next week. I don't know for sure. Little bit of a leak on that, my bad, but I just want to let y'all know it's probably going to go to the end of the year. So if you haven't gotten your rewards, keep that in mind. If you're like, I've been sitting on my rewards, well, you can get more points and feel better about yourself and show off how many points you got. But brawlhalla.com/rewards will explain everything about that. All right.
brawlhalla.com/rewards.
Yeah. So many.
It's pretty much, I feel like it's brawlhalla.com/whatever you can think of.
Yeah.
I want to know what our schedule is? It's brawlhalla.com/schedule. You want to know what our Prime gaming stuff is? Brawlhalla.com/prime. What about esports?
Brawlhalla.com/.
What? No way.
What about
That's way too convenient.
what about glory rewards? Brawlhalla.com/glory calculator.
Glory dash. I think it's brawlhalla.com/ranked, right?
Well, hold on. I'm gonna try it now. I think we did
If
make
it's
an
not-
easier one.
If it's not, we're gonna make it brawlhalla.com/ranked.
Okay, well we gotta hit up the web guy because brawlhalla.com/ranked doesn't work, but rankings
Okay.
will get you the leaderboard for.
Okay.
It's a fun one to know.
Oh, brawlhalla.com/calc.
Calc, that's the one. I knew there was a. I was like, there's got to be a shorthand. That one's a fun one.
Brawlhalla.com/patch for the latest patch.
Oh, that's a good one.
Brawlhalla.com/news.
Yeah.
For the latest news, and Brawlhalla.com for everything.
There's a brawlhalla.com/community if you're a fan of, I think,
Ooh.
those community art showcases. Let me double check that as I make up links that our web guy has to make. Oh, community. Yeah, there's some
Saucy B
stuff.
Gaming in
Good
chat.
stuff.
What's up, Saucy? Good to see you.
All right. Anyways, check out the website. There's a bunch of stuff. It keeps getting updated, and I don't think people always realize. But there's a bunch of cool stuff. All right. Anyways, let's get Surus to play some ranked. Surus, are you still doing your warm-ups, or you gonna just jump in?
Yeah, I'm just gonna jump in ranked. I realized you were in the lobby, and then I left. So
It's
my
fine.
bad.
I'm able to follow you. Okay. So chat, if you don't know about Surus, he started in tin a long time ago, and it's honestly it's unfair that I say it because honestly you've literally never played a video game before when you got into tin, but since then you've climbed up. You've hit plat 2 seasons in a row now, and you're about to try for your third. I think, is that right?
Yes. This season, I want to hit, like, you know how. Okay, so chat, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Duke comes in every season and flexes and is like, "Yeah, I've hit diamond every season." You know, so I want to be able to do that.
That's
for
a
plat.
personal.
Like, that's my goal.
Okay, well, no, that's a good one to have. I have to do that because people get mad at me and are like, "What is this guy? He doesn't know anything." I'm like, "Look, I get diamond every season. I've played enough that I'm not terrible at the game. Except I've never played this game in my life again."
Diamond means you're like top something, like 1% or something. I
Like
don't
top
know.
less than 1%.
Really? Okay. So
There's
yeah.
so few people who get that. All right, let me unmute Brawlhalla. Surus is gonna get into it. I'll mute to Surus again. So chat, we'll either watch his gameplay or I'll answer questions in chat. That's kind of how these Friday streams work whenever we're going. So that you can focus. Okay, if you have questions, feel free to drop them. I may or may not miss them, but I'll do my best to answer them if I see them. Otherwise, we're watching Surus play some Akuma. This is that Val crossover, dropped not that long ago. I'm interested to see what Surus does with his gauntlets. I don't think he's too good.
A lot of SIGs today.
Beeline there. Oh, yeah, that's a Surus classic. How am I doing?
It's
I'm
okay.
doing all right. I'm honestly, I'm a little all over the place, but you know what? I'm not going to trauma dump on people. It's fine.
Debate.
I had a lot of fun last night, though. Anyone asking about new things coming? Friday stream's not really the best place for it, and honestly, like,
Okay, I got this one.
I can't give the answer even if I knew it. We have a very planned out announcement schedule, and even though I leaked a little bit about the viewership reward track, I can't leak about game stuff. Nice game, thanks. How to counter plat sig spamming. Specifying plat sig spam. I think it's interesting. So like generally when people say sig spam, I think of like
that was a good
single. I'm just gonna only side sig spam, right? Like
he's playing patient.
Just gonna use my movement and sig spam. At the core of it, good sig spam, and a good, I mean good as in it succeeds and gets far sig spam. Sig spam, I hate the term sig spam, but good sig spam, bunch of air quotes, is based around good movement, right? It's really they're winning out in neutral and they're just getting strong punishes. So it'll either be like a spot dodge into an Orion Spear down sig, things like that, and it's really it comes down to you have to beat them out in neutral. You have to start winning in that movement game and bait out those big attacks because SIGs, by and large, have a lot of recovery frames. Like that's like the concept of it. It's hard to say more because it's gonna change character to character, but just kind of understanding what opponents can do with their kits will help you a lot, right? Like Yumiko, right? They like to do a lot of those wisps. Characters that'll put out a lot of wisps because it takes a lot of space. The thing you need to know is that is how to move around those wisps, right? Maybe you want to play a little bit more aggressive because those wisps come out far so that you can be on top of them and it won't hit. Or you want to play it
Nice.
like they're playing bow and they're doing it a lot. You want to play a little bit more aerial against it, things like that. So it's
Did not have my dodge.
it's definitely situational, but you got to kind of keep that in mind. Every time you run into a team, every time you get close to plat, you run into a team of scythe gatekeepers. Well, it seems like you have a specific weapon that you tend to struggle against. And really what that means is you should figure out what your kit does better against scythe, right? A lot of times playing well against scythe means having really good defensive movement, which means that if you're getting caught a lot, maybe you're dodging in too much. You should rewatch those scythe games, kind of what Surus was talking about, right? Is rewatch those matches where you're getting beat by scythe like 2 or 3 times in a row. Write down all the ways you're dodging out of moves and kind of realize, okay, maybe I'm dodging in too much. Maybe I'm being really predictable with my defensive movement. Or maybe you're not doing wake up attacks enough. Those can be really, really good against scythe because scythe likes to maintain that pressure. But really, if you're also struggling against something, especially like a scythe, like a string weapon, something that requires a lot of dodge reads, try playing it against a bot with like random dodge on and training mode, things like that, and start seeing like, okay, these are the things that work really, really well against my scythe. Here's the things that like I can do better, kind of stuff.
Nice.
What should you mash when you're launched to the blast zone? Usually dodge is a good idea. So like if you're getting launched horizontally, recovery, things like recovery, side air, like side air for gauntlets, right? Things like that tend to still interact with that movement from the force, from the launch, whereas dodge completely halts it and moves the other direction. So usually you want to do dodge. Also, dodge has a cooldown, whereas the other things, you just get a one-time use before you touch the wall, right? So usually dodge is the option, but you just want to make sure that you're not always doing that, especially at higher level, because people are going to start reading that and then just doing a weapon toss and punishing you for immediately dodging horizontally. But it's definitely the general rule is to go for dodge, right? I think Lance players in particular probably know not to go for recovery, right? Because recovery still has that horizontal movement. So you'll see a bunch of Lance players as they're launching, they'll do a recovery and then they'll like still go into the KO box because the recovery is like it's charging, but it's also flying.
Coach,
I found my unmute button. Sorry,
there we go. I was about to say, I thought maybe you were in the middle of a monologue or something, so
a little bit.
Want to interrupt. You
did good though. I wasn't even worried. I saw you up 2 stocks, and I was like, man, you're doing great.
Thank you. I need to maintain it. I need to maintain this.
You had some really good dodges because you saw like what Koji wanted to do, and I liked that. You were like spot dodging right as he was doing an attack.
Alcyon, which legend? I'm gonna let you choose the next 2 legends.
Yeah, letting him pick.
I trust Alcyon.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if I should trust them.
Look, we trust Alcyon. I think Alcyon did a bunch of like chat translations for us for a little bit as well.
Alcyon's straight baller.
Alcyon's a homie. Someone in chat asked if Surus has ever hit plat. He's hit it twice. His goal right now is to consistently hit plat.
Yeah, and then we get to diamond from there.
Yeah.
You shouldn't trust Hwangana. Alcyon is good. Agree. No, Hwangana's awesome, except for that thing Hwangana did.
Yeah, that one time. Never forget, never forgive. All right, muting up to Surus. He's gonna stick on the Akuma. I'm surprised anyone has ever managed to make Surus play the same character twice. You don't know Surus likes to random.
Oh no!
Someone in chat says, when will this season end? I think the season still says it just started, so it might be a little bit. I don't know. Enjoy the season while it lasts, man. Again, this is the Friday stream, so generally the focus is on gameplay. If you're talking about like content releases, things like that, honestly, I can't give any new information, even if I had it. You know, it's just how it be. We gotta respect the release schedule. You know. Tips to use Val to her full capacity. One of the things Gordon,
what a legend! Thank you for the gifted subs.
The most. One thing Val players struggle with the most is getting those KOs. So making sure that you know your KO options with Val is going to be very critical. A lot of times, like
beautiful.
The really early KOs for Vals come from like Gauntlet side sig.
Give me
like
that
really
D-light
good Gauntlet
recovery.
side sig read, but just knowing like forward downlight recovery, downlight dare recovery, optimize it a little bit, right? Get that extra damage before you get that force is going to be really, really helpful. But other than that, you want to be able to get that damage fast, right? So when you have a character with low strength, usually your goal is to get that damage early, so that when you're stuck in that situation, or like trying to find that finishing move.
Yo, Rain Raps in chat.
Not too
Yo, give him
far
a follow.
behind.
Rain Raps, partnered creator for Brawlhalla, amazing human being and rapper.
Just love some Rain Raps. Is there anywhere you can find and see the release schedule? No, you just check out our YouTube.
Yo,
Whenever
massive subs gifting.
Goodness.
I don't even know
This
who that
is so
is.
distracted right now.
I couldn't see. I'm sorry. I couldn't read your name in time.
If you just go on our YouTube, that's where all of our trailers and things like that will almost always land, or Twitter. But we're not gonna say, oh, we have an announcement for the next legend on this date. No, just ride the ride.
I'll hit that one day.
How's the cats? They're good. I don't know why you got timed
cannon.
out. I don't know why cats are apparently not, but they're good. They're chilling. They're enjoying. Honestly, I like the.
Nice.
My cats in winter are the best because they just want to cuddle so much more. My personal thing. Anyways, Friday stream. Talk about gameplay. Tips on learning movement. Practice your dashing. Practice your on-stage dashing a lot. That's probably one of the biggest things, and then dash jumping is the next thing you
I
want
need
to practice.
to build a win up here.
The two big keys for movement. You saw that side sig was the KO. Usually side sigs are.
Okay, gotta watch out for those down sig.
Does account level affect the opponent you're facing? No. Account level.
But
Yeah, it doesn't. The only thing that affects matchmaking is your elo.
Cryo. Should have chased dodge.
Any tips to counter only Sig players with Jala? This is a similar question to someone had earlier. Again, I think whenever you run into a match where you think that someone is only using Sigs, I highly recommend. Well, generally, whenever you have a match that you finish and you're like, oh, that dude only did blank. Whenever you have a match where you have a salty thought, really, rewatch it and then kind of like see if what you thought actually happened did happen. You know, be objective about it. And if it did, then start
I'm gonna get you with the downlight recovery.
breaking it down, right? So you go into like,
or I'm gonna lose this game.
no, I'm trying. Oh, you gotta be careful about his dodges. Oh, he dropped it. I don't,
GG.
what was that D-Light weapon toss?
I don't know. Misinput, skill issue.
Like, that was weird.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah. So someone in chat was talking about like, how do you beat people who only use signatures? And the answer is rewatch it and then kind of see what sigs they use a lot, right? Kind of compartmentalize it and what are your answers for it. With Jala, obviously you're low defense, so you're gonna get hard punished if you fall into those sigs. So you need to kind of understand what most characters' sig kits are and how to position around it, right? Like sigs aren't gonna cover everything. So you just need to make sure that you're positioning correctly, and then bait out those sigs, and then you get some really good punishes because Jala hits hard.
Apparently, I'm just letting Alcyon pick my legends today. So
Hey, you're winning, and so it's working out.
Also, why so serial? Thank you for those subs.
Dude,
I don't know if you already said that.
you gotta stop reading the subs out loud while you're playing.
Apparently, it's working, dude. Me interacting with chat apparently is my cheat code.
Like a mid match, someone will give subs, and then you're immediately just out of it.
All right, Caspian next.
All right, good luck.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
Someone had a question. I forgot it already. Put it in chat again.
Oh, the lose.
How do you deal with Lance abusers? What is a Lance abuser? I feel like you're just saying people who play Lance.
Oh, come on.
But I guess if you're looking for general Lance counters, generally being vertical is your answer to Lance. Lance has really strong horizontal play.
How come everybody else's axe just always hits further than mine? Anybody else feel this?
Well, other than that, against Lance players, a lot of Lance players, especially like kind of modern Lance players, I don't have a better way of phrasing it.
Come on.
Do a lot of like grounded movement, right? They'll try to bait like a dash back sideline. Oh, and he punished.
Sparky knows exactly what I'm talking about. All right, this game is a disconnect, so.
Oh.
I don't know if I should wait for them or.
Wait, he got KO'd by a bot?
I mean, although let's be honest, y'all, this bot is looking pretty mean. I can't believe I took that loss.
I already forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, I don't know. I think the less you start thinking about, oh, my opponent is a hammer abuser, my opponent's a lance abuser, my opponent's
I'm getting outplayed by a bot.
I think that kind of stuff just it breaks your mental. It's not healthy for you to think about my opponent is a blank and this weapon is busted and just think about what your answers are, because you have answers. You just need to know them. What does pivot mean? It's like turnaround, right? You'll usually see pivot used in alongside the term X pivot, and what that is there's moves in the game that have horizontal movement, and so an X pivot is usually like a dash jump and then that horizontal movement, right? So you'll see X pivot nairs is probably one of the most common ones, and you do a dash jump and then you do a nair in the other direction.
I don't know. Do I homie stock? No.
And so
no.
You
Definitely
up
not.
And then you go left, and you get that first shot just where you want it. It's specific positioning things. You'll also see like X pivot dare on
roll
blasters.
back. Oh,
X pivot
beautiful.
dare
Okay.
On hammer,
All right.
things like that.
We got to get serious now.
Right, but yeah.
Oh, you saved me there. I swear to you.
How do you counter scythe? Again, it's gonna depend on your weapon. A lot of things.
I gotta clutch up. This is gonna be so embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie.
A lot of scythe things are dependent on having good movement, but a lot of times also like good wake ups, right? Like attacking out of hit stun can be really, really beneficial against scythe, because scythe doesn't have those true combos. So like Katars, right? They can do some wake up nairs, which will beat it out. Or you have weapons that have better grounded horizontal priority, right? So you have things like
come on, that was it, right?
Which you go in with the greatsword downlight openers. Those can be really, really good.
Legendary dodge. Oh no!
We gotta watch Surus throw this.
Oh! I should have just ended that game. I don't know why I was chilling. Coach, I don't want to talk about it, yo.
Okay.
That was.
Look, you honestly, the real problem is that you were 50-50. You didn't commit to either just KOing the bot or waiting for the opponent.
I know. I shouldn't have done that. You always take those. All right, I'm just saying, you always take.
Just
them,
commit.
especially
commit.
in rank.
It's okay. Go next. I think he really did get lulled by the bot Dexter boot. That happens a lot, actually. Is like the person will disconnect, so you're just like kind of vibing and just beating it up and stuff or whatever, and then they come back and suddenly they're like going 100 miles an hour and you're just not ready for it, and you're like, oh snap. It's tough. It happens. Scarlet tips. Take those same things I said about Lance, right? Use your grounded movement. Usually you want to go for sidelight, nair, dodge read. That seems to be the most common route for Lances right now. I used to be a really big fan of sidelight dare, but I don't think it really works after like 30 damage, so it's not really worth doing. D-Light is a really, really good defensive tool for the Lance players out there as well. And then for Scarlet, you can go for like sidelight and sig reads. Not the best, but it'll hit pretty hard. And then down sig is a really nice tool for the Scarlet players out there for the Lance. Other than that, hammer, You know, you want to just have good fundamentals with your hammer, right? Know your D-light combos, D-light side air, D-light dare, D-light dash jump recovery. Not dash
Start
jump.
abusing falling bow stairs. Okay.
Things like that. Jump, chase, dodge recovery.
How? You gotta you gotta teach me how falling bow stairs. Oh, okay. Oh, like that.
Do what Surus does to bring this back.
Still in it.
Okay, not bad. I respect the fact that he didn't go for down sigs. I feel like Surus of yore would have just started throwing out sigs.
Let's go. Dodge out.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Let's go.
Nice. Where did this axe come from? Sure wasn't there against the Jala. I see someone in chat ping me, but I gotta watch this. Tips on how to not miss hammer D-light. If you're struggling to find the hit, try using it as a
Did not think of.
follow up. Okay.
I'm just gonna make it back.
So like sidelight is for hammer is a really good setup tool. Nice. Is a really good setup tool because it has like next to no variable force, right? Oh snap! Where's the weapon toss?
GG.
Don't need it. Good job. I thought you were gonna.
Thank you.
Panic a little bit at the start.
I was definitely panicking, dude. Not gonna lie.
Your axe worked really well. I'm surprised.
Thank you. Yo, Ash Grinds Fortnite, I really appreciate the support every game. Thank you.
The community loves you. I will say this. I think if you're not gonna practice axe more, just only think about axe sidelight and air.
Sidelight Nair? Okay.
Yeah, because you went for like a sidelight side air, which is not bad, but it's one of those things where like if you don't really know axe, you're not gonna know the situation to go for it. Whereas like sidelight Nair is a little bit more universal.
I promised a Caspian, so I gotta do Caspian.
They said Alcyon says Azoth or Diamond Head for pick. Yeah, you got this. Your gauntlets did really well earlier today.
Thank you. Thank you. I was practicing a little bit. Just pick random. I will. I do like picking random.
This is
it's all about that Barraza gameplay.
It's modified.
Yo, Barraza is the world champion right now.
Tips on good spacing. Good spacing is opponent dependent. Right? The way you space around Hattori's spear versus Hattori's sword versus Caspian Katars versus Caspian gauntlets, it's all going to change. Because what your opponent can do in those situations is going to be different, right? Against Surus's Katars, maybe I'll play a little bit more back and grounded, right? Because his main approach tools are going to be dare and sidelight, and I can see and react to both of them. Whereas like against Hattori, I don't want to play as grounded horizontally against the spear because dash neutral light will catch me off guard because it comes out super quick. And it reaches super far. Maybe I want to play a little bit more aerial to start getting them in the habit of doing downlights, and then I'll start going for that grounded play. So they're constantly thinking, oh, I'm gonna dash jump approach and then go in for that grounded play underneath it. That's kind of what it comes down to, is knowing again what your opponents can do, what you can do against it, how to position against it, knowing what general spaces your opponents can cover.
Oh, perfect.
That's a really good dodge. Oh, that's unfortunate. I think if they held right, they could have gotten it. Sorry, chat again. I'm not intentionally avoiding questions, but if I miss it, don't be afraid to type a question multiple times. It's not like. Tips on blasters. It always feels hard to hit your opponent. In what situations? Like. Sounds dumb from my brain, but this is
you are pressing the jump and stare fast enough. And, oh, okay, that's not me.
what was I gonna say? Yeah, in what situations, right? Are they getting stacked up on you too often? Maybe you need to practice your ground and movement. Blasters in particular, I think, require a lot of movement because you have to position right. Your hitboxes have a bunch of dead zones, and they can be very useful. Personally, I like to practice hitting downlights a lot, so I'll stay very grounded, almost like a sword player, right? Just like going for downlights. Unfortunately, he didn't know the range on that. But that's how I personally like to play blasters. There's a bunch of blasters players out there who will go for just juggles a lot, like just a lot of nairs. I would recommend go watch the World Championship for North America. Cody Travis, his blasters popped off. It'll be a really good resource for you blasters players to see, like, okay, here's how he responds to a Bodvar who's approaching in this manner, right? This is how he deals with it, because a lot of people like to approach aerially against blasters,
but it's still winnable.
Cody Travis, obviously, he had an answer, and his answer might not work for everyone, right? Because not everyone's gonna have the exact same kit, but there's gonna be some good stuff. How do you overcome offstage fright? Practice. That's the same with most fears,
nice.
especially when it comes to gameplay, not like real fears. But the more you practice it, the more comfortable you're going to be in those situations, right? That's how I personally approach that kind of stuff. Also, keep in mind, you don't.
I mean, you knew it was a bait.
The offstage, but if you're panicking in the offstage, the more you go into those situations, the more you kind of breathe as you do it and kind of keep in mind, okay, you know what? I don't have to press the attack button right now. I don't have to jump right now. They're ready to be. Just, you got movemented. That's what happened there.
I got movemented, yeah.
Yeah, they had good movement.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely started throwing a lot of SIGs out, I will say. The neutral SIGs kind of worked just because of the map, but like, you definitely were throwing out a lot of SIGs.
Yeah. Okay, Taros. That was the first. What was that? The first L today?
I think the second. You lost to the bot.
It was the first.
Definitely lost to the bot that one game, and then that one.
2, 1, brawl.
Is ranked elo affecting experimental matchmaking? No. I'm relatively sure each queue has its own matchmaking. I don't actually know 100%, so don't quote me on that one. But I'm relatively sure each queue has its own matchmaking.
What? That was supposed to be a ground pound. Not gonna lie, coach.
You just started it too early.
Like that.
That works out. Nice. That's a good ground pound. Second one was a little risky, but it's okay. I actually want to know what Surus does with blasters here.
Okay.
I haven't seen a lot, but I know someone in chat was asking about blasters play, so we'll see what he does.
I
like that falling Sare.
See what he's doing.
I think falling Sare into like side light or downlight can be really, really good. You kind of have to read the movement, but falling Sare is a really good tool on a lot of kids. All right, he's over to sword, so let him do some.
Sheesh. Taros not OP. Taros is the easiest person to win against when it's a bad Taros, and this is not one of the best Taros I've played.
This is just kind of making some bad decisions.
Just got to get that double right now.
Nice, that's a good one.
Watch.
Is Scarlet D-Sig with hammer better than Scarlet side Sig with hammer? It definitely is. They're both good. D-Sig I would use. I like D-Sig a lot because it has that horizontal. I think it has better horizontal range, or it feels like it when I play Scarlet. Ooh.
If I hadn't lost that second stock, that was silly.
Dang.
This snazzy Thatch has big energy. You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna play Thatch again.
That was a tough one. You just got hit really hard.
Yeah. I made that off stage. I made like 2 mistakes off stage, and then one of them cost me that stock. So the second stock was bad. I do not like playing against Artemis. Is not gonna lie.
Hey, you destroyed that last Artemis. Right? You just need to not
probably
panic.
Destroy this one too.
Yeah, I believe in you.
I believe.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
Someone had questions. Oh yeah, the hammer stuff about Scarlet. But it's situational. I think a lot of times people reserve Scarlet hammer side signature specifically for that corner. But honestly, if you use it in the offstage on the gravity cancel, it'll really catch people, and it definitely is. It'll be a surprise. I like the down sig more generally as like a follow up off of things, right? You do like side light down sig, or you do like down light side air, chase dodge, down sig, things like that. Personally, why does he not want a weapon? But it's also situational. This is what I was trying. Hey, it's working. You didn't want it. All right. First is feeling confident. Can't pull off D-Light recovery on blasters. Any tips? So this is how I taught Surus how to do blasters D-Light dash jump recovery. Start off with blasters D-Light. You can hit that, obviously. And then do D-Light dash jump dare. Practice that. Crew combo 0 to 50. Go in training mode. Just practice hitting dash jump D-Light dare. And then that's when you start switching it up to dash jump, downlight dash jump recovery. It's effectively similar inputs. You just have to change what your left hand is doing, right? You're going to change it from a down to an up input. Other than that,
can't jump.
The same.
Can't jump. Can't
the big
jump
thing is make sure you don't
against a lance
hold horizontally. That's a lot of people will drop the downlight dash jump recovery. But other than that, I say start with dash jump down there. That's slightly easier to do. And then you kind of get a better rhythm on your I call it my right hand because that's where all the movement stuff is coming from and the attack stuff is coming from. You get a better rhythm for it. Best legend for ranked is the legend that you want to play, the one that you're comfortable with. Looks like Surus wants to just play on it. It's the one for you. I think if I remember correctly, and I could be wrong on this one, but I'm reasonably sure that no legend has a drastic win rate over any other legend.
GG.
Wow. At first, I was like, why are you doing unarmed? And then you destroyed him. Okay.
Thank you. Surus in his head rent free.
You're doing well. Who picked Roland? Did you just felt like Roland?
I felt like going Roland.
Okay.
I want to play some Lance.
All right. This is your sort of Taros run back. But you have more defense.
Is this the same
time.
dude?
No.
Okay.
That's why I said sort of. But you got more defense this time.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Oh no, the unarmed.
How to counter evasive players. Whenever someone's playing defensive against you,
I know this playstyle already.
I recommend not getting over aggressive. Like the biggest thing you need to do.
This is the don't ever dodge in playstyle.
Right. That was a chase dodging. The more you let that defense get to you, the more it's gonna just pay off, right?
I am very bad.
He's trying. Right, like that weapon toss was a good idea. He just kind of did it from really far away. But you want to use your movement, right, to bait out those defensive options, right? Because again, you only have one defensive option in this game, right? You're either using your movement or you're using your dodge. And once your dodge is gone, you don't have anything to go invulnerable. You can't like block any of the damage, right? So what your job is, as the one who believes themselves to be more aggressive, is you're trying to bait out that dodge. You're trying to get them to panic. You want to use your movement to be just close enough. And again, remember what can they do and what can you do?
Wow, I should have let that one run.
But yeah, that's my tip against people who if you're struggling against someone who's beating you in neutral defensive. Tips against hammer and axe. Honestly, spot dodge is really good against both. The only one with like enough active frames to beat a spot dodge is hammer neutralite. Other than that,
don't worry,
tend to have
relatively
high startup moves, right? I'm surprised he played that off stage so long. It's generally ill-advised to do it as Lance. Surus can still beat this. Are there any plans to buff characters? I'm not keeping track of balance. I'm not on the balance team. I don't know anything about balance. And trust me, y'all don't want my opinions on balance. Because I, like many people in chat, just have salty balance opinion. Why is Surus mostly using SIGs? Because that's what happens in first place. Alright, what is this?
So frustrating, bro.
Okay. I want Surus to use Lance Downsig. Lance Downsig for Roland. Oh, Surus is mauling. Oh, look at these N-Sigs. Kind of interesting. All right. Not over.
Sig. Yeah, I know. Just these players that play like this are just so annoying. Not gonna lie.
He needs to, he keeps reading a jump and it's just going over, right? Like he's done so many N-Sigs. Yeah. This dude's staying grounded. But Lance Downsig has way more range than basically anything. Yes. Oh. Yes. I believe.
If you lose, I'm gonna clown you.
Uh,
Probably gonna lose.
The Lance Downsigs are working. I know someone in chat
What?
is upset he's
Keeping it
only
up?
using Sigs, but really the thing is Lance Downsig has more range than most of his things. If you want to, like, ideally Surus would be using his movement to bait out attacks, and then he's using light attacks on the sword, right, to get better punishes. But in this situation right here, just Lance Downsig. Don't do this off stage because you're gonna die. But go back on stage, win out in neutral. This guy doesn't have neutral. Just do some Lance Downsigs. Lance N6s are great when he's on these platforms, but when he's on the stage, all right, he's starting to jump. Okay, very interesting. That right there should have been a sideline. Sideline there. Optimize your damage. That's one thing that I think you need to do against people who
one shot at a time.
who are doing like these single taps but have just like a lot of damage on it. You need to optimize your damage. You need to get as much out of a punish as you can. Music stop.
You can't do anything other than. Oh my god.
Ooh, this is gonna be a close one. It's gonna be a tough one. This would be one that has me stressed out of my mind. Ooh, I don't like the side stick. Nice. He's unarmed. Keep him starved. A little greedy. Keep him starved. Oh! The weapon. N-Sig. Okay. I believe in the Surus. That's a tough move to do. Ooh. Don't go. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just let him come up. Let him come up. Let him come up. There's a timer. Nice. Oh! D-Light! Where's your D-Light button?
Man.
Let's go!
Oh man. I held that in. Y'all
I could feel your stress.
Taking me to an 8-minute match, bro.
I could feel your stress.
8 minutes match. Oh. Whew. I need to, yeah. Wow.
So here's, not that I think you're in any mood to hear actual advice.
No, please, because I just cannot play against players like this.
What I think one of the biggest things that you need to do is recognize how they are playing defensively, right? So I was literally telling chat that on your second stock you just needed to start using Lance D-Sig more, because Lance D-Sig out prioritized like everything, and then you started doing it and you were hitting him. And then the other thing is you need to optimize your damage. There's like a moment at the end where he like lands right in front of you and you just do like a sword end light. I was like, no, just do a D-Light and you could have KO'd him. D-Light side air, D-Light recovery, you could have KO'd him.
Okay.
Okay. Other than that, you just need to know not to take the bait, right? Like there's a couple times where you went for like sword ground pound against his axe off stage. He was very clearly trying to get gravity cancel N-Sig. And
yeah,
if you just stand on stage and be like, come up. He has to do it eventually because he has exclamation points, right? Like he's eventually gonna burn himself out. But sometimes you don't have to take that bait. You can just win in neutral and then just laugh at him because he doesn't know how to play neutral.
Right. Is it fair to say that was a very parry player? Is that fair, or is that?
I guess if you want to.
No. I mean, like objectively speaking.
I think he was objectively defensive. Yes.
Defensive. Okay.
I think
Shout out
parry
to
has like such an aggressively negative connotation that I try not to use that term personally, but
I don't agree. I don't agree.
I think there's a lot of people who call everything parry, and I think you're one of them.
Okay. But I also don't think that's a negative thing. I think it's just a play style. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like passive and parry are also play. And I understand that, like, there are, like, it can be viewed as negative, but I think it's a totally valid play style. If it works, it works, you know?
Yeah,
and,
I mean,
like, the onus is on the people to counter it.
For sure.
Right, if you want
I think you have a healthy enough mindset behind it, but I also think there's a lot of people who will just hear the term parry and just think, like, that's their way of saying, yeah, this guy's toxic, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I generally just try to avoid it. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm
going to start calling him defensive now.
I think he was defensive. I think he was basically, just trying to get you. He's kind of trying to tilt you, right? Like he's trying to cheese you a little bit, trying to play defensive, trying to bait you into stuff. And as long as you keep calm, I think you can win those.
It was so tough to stay calm in that one. Not gonna lie.
I mean, you managed at the very least.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that final stock was stressful, but I gotta believe that the second stock was really, really enjoyable, hitting with so many down sigs.
Oh man, the comeback, so good.
And that sword ground pound, I'm sure, felt really good.
All right, y'all. I need to choose between Nai. I want to go for a Spear Legend, so I'm thinking Nai or Chun-Li or Bryn.
Yeah, y'all
Anybody got a preference?
between any of those?
First,
you want a
first
spear?
out of those three. Yeah. Chun-Li, okay. All right. What is the drippiest Chun-Li I can get?
All right, chat. Here's a thought. All right, and we kind of talked about it in that match, and I'll mute to Surus once he gets into his thing. But a lot of people are you're anti sig spam, whatever. But you gotta admit that Roland Lance down sig helped Surus a lot in that last match. Like it was kind of critical for him.
I can still hear you, by the way.
Yeah, I know you're getting your match. Good luck.
2, 1, brawl.
So are like you're gonna get mad at him for using the thing that was the solution, right? Like in my head, sig spamming only works as far as the opponent lets you get. As long as if you find an answer, right? If the Terra started playing more aerially, then suddenly those down sigs stop working, and then he doesn't have to sig spam anymore, right? Like that's my mentality around it. So that's why I just want to like bring it up, because some people are like, oh my god, he used so many Lance down sigs. Yeah, and they hit. And they did damage, and it brought him back. What's up? Let's keep reading. I think ranked is full of anything is generally not going to be an accurate statement, unless it's something very blatant, like ranked is full of people playing the video game. In which case, yeah. But I think when you try to say,
if I'd gotten the neutral air.
Oh snap!
Oh, this man evened it up.
I think he needs to
This
not
is the
play
thing about Scythe.
stage. Okay, guy seems to have some pretty decent options. But if you try to overgeneralize about ranked being full of any sort of play style, I think you're not going to be accurate.
But right back at you.
Oh, all right, good job.
The Game City today.
Surus definitely has. It's gonna sound really mean, but
Wow.
I'll explain it.
Gold
But he has.
moment.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I would say he has a less
there's no way I'm
nuanced
going off stage anymore.
off stage
Get outta
with
here.
spear. Right, like he kind of leans into spear ground pound,
You just
which is like
keep floating above me.
that's like self-taught off stage because it's so rewarding at silver to gold. But he doesn't do any of the like down toss, pick up down air, right? The egg soup, the egg drop, or he doesn't do any sort of like pogoing. He doesn't do any sayers, anything like that. Any like falling nairs, which is also really good. It's pretty much just like spear ground pound. It's interesting because he does actually have a pretty decent on stage speed.
Ooh, okay, that was good. That was great. Can't even hate on that. But we got to tighten it up on this last one.
And I think that right there is why you want more nuance to your off stage. That's weird. Rank should have a limit to SIGs. No, it shouldn't. No, it shouldn't. Y'all need to relax. There is an answer
GG.
to all of it. And we've discussed the answer multiple times about how to play against people who use a lot of SIGs. Taking it away from people and saying they should be punished for using too many heavy moves is not the answer. It is
Mickey,
not
I
gonna
already
be
played
enjoyable.
Diamond Head and I lost, so definitely not going to be playing Diamond Head again.
Good job, though. I think
Thank
you
you.
need to not only use Spear Ground Pound off stage. I'll tell you that much.
I try to do D-Light sometimes, but I just need to practice. Like I feel like my down airs are just not as like I've only started hitting down airs consistently on stage. I need a lot more practice with hitting them off stage.
That's fine.
Yeah, but I've been trying. I've been trying to get those like when people are are on the wall.
Yeah, they're just
trying
like
to hit
bouncing
those
off the
down.
wall.
Yeah, so trying to get those like Pogo, Black Knight done. Scholastic Hulk.
Right,
This
I
one's
think
for you.
if you win this next one, I think that's time because we're at 151.
Yo, we got Fry in chat.
What's plat elo? I believe it's 1680, 1690, somewhere around there. Good luck. Believe in you.
Thank you. Noob Master 69. Nice.
Three, two, one, brawl.
Can I stream for 4 minutes more so you can get your reward? Well, our streams are usually about an hour, so we've got at least 8 more minutes in stream. So no, I'll end right now. Don't get you.
Oh, this guy is good.
1680. Is that okay for meta to be in the game?
Yeah.
I don't.
This guy's got. This is
understand.
definitely not gold movement, yo. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, you're ordering. What meta? Meta just means like about. Like meta is. There's always going to be meta, unless I'm misunderstanding what you mean by meta. There's always going to be a meta, right? I
No
don't know.
dodge in.
Anyways, Friday stream. If you want any final questions asked, happy to answer.
What?
Put cooldown on 6. There is. Already done. He always makes excuses. He has to change his mindset. We try to. His mindset has it'll waver. Sometimes he has really good mindset. Sometimes it's a little rough, but it is what it is.
I don't understand how people play like this, and it's good. It's good. It's a good play style. Like in the sense that this person knows when to hang back and when to hit. You know, and like absolute speed. Stop ground pounding. Okay, okay. Random is a great main.
It's interesting that Surus is like, you can hear when he's talking that he's, it sounds kind of like he's psyched out to me. And it's interesting because like this match it's not over by any means. Like it's super close. He's like 2 hits from even. But the way he's talking, he's like, this guy's so much better than me. He's so good. And it's like, but definitely in it.
What?
Ooh. I think he needs to practice turning around his ground pounds. I think that was an issue he was having earlier. Okay. He needs to practice chase dodging off that lance recovery too. That's what makes that safe. 3. We take those.
Are you kidding me? I have GG. Oof. No. I mean, like, I was that person. Great movement. That was a very tough match.
It's so okay. Here's what I was telling chat. It's so funny to me that you're like, I can hear you being like, "Wow, this guy's so good." Yada yada yada. But like the whole time you were even.
Oh yeah. Listen, I'm just shouting him out. I don't think I was bad.
It sounded like you were upset that this guy's so good and you're playing against him.
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
He's even.
Not at all.
Okay.
I was better. It's just
clearly.
Listen, if I think someone's good or they're doing something good, I'm always going to shout them out. You know, like even if they're beating me or I'm beating them, like, I mean, there's times all the time that there's players that are way better than me and I win, or I'm way better than them and they win. Happens. Huh.
Okay. I think you might have time for one more.
You know, I think we should. I want to save it. I want to
save it. Okay, that's fine.
I want to save it because we are like about, according to Wangana, about like 2 games.
Yeah, you're about 2 games.
Flat. So we're gonna try and hit that next week.
Okay.
Or, wait,
no,
you're
not gonna be here next week.
I am
next
not.
year.
Sheesh. Wait, when does the season end though? Hold on.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna say it. But you know what? We'll talk about it out.
We'll figure it out.
But you're not. Figure it out.
Are you really not?
Yo, it was Beery 12H. Yo, your movement is insane, Beery 12H. Well done, well played, GG's. Sorry I didn't go for the rematch. Your movement is great. I like your playstyle is the playstyle that I want to learn.
Oh,
like the right spacing, the right amount of defensiveness, and the right amount of aggressiveness, in my opinion.
Okay. Here's the thing I need to tell you because I remember it now. Turn your lance ground pounds around.
Like X pivot him?
Well, you know, it's not actually an X pivot, but you're doing them away from the wall. So you need to do them towards the wall. So you like run off and then turn around ground pound.
Okay, that makes sense.
And so you cover the wall better because I don't know if you noticed, but all your lance ground pounds were to the outside and they were hanging on the wall and it just never hit. So turn them around.
Okay.
And then the other thing is when you hit a lance recovery off stage, chase dodge.
Hit a lance recovery off stage, hit a chase dodge. Okay, got it.
90% of the time, you want to just chase dodge right afterwards. So you can chase dodge up or whatever. But I think that's gonna do it for us. Yeah, we're coming up on time. He's gonna save the rest of his ranked games for another day, and we'll figure it out. Yeah. Again, there's a bunch of stuff we talked about at the beginning of the stream. You can go rewatch it, or you can find out as we announce those things later on. Again, Brawlhalla.com/schedule because we're gonna talk about stuff that's coming on, right? Like we've got our dev streams weekly Monday. This Monday is gonna be esports dev stream. Photo will probably have some stuff to talk about alongside that. I don't know 100%, so I don't want to leak it. Tuesday, of course, that's usually where we hang out. That's where we'll talk about things that are coming into the game. Maybe we'll just have some fun. Who knows? But Tuesday is usually our fun one. And then Fridays is usually we try to do educational things. So today answering questions. Next Friday I think we're gonna be doing some 2v2s with me and Brawlhalla. So it's always a fun time. Other than that, I think it's time we find someone to raid. I'll let you pick today.
I've been watching a little bit of Wubs recently.
Okay.
But you know what? Let's go for Senketsu.
Senketsu? You're feeling a Senketsu? Okay.
Feeling Senketsu. I do like Senketsu.
Okay. I need to double check I have the link correctly. And then they have like a thing to protect it against.
Oh, yo, it's Senketsu's 1-year partner anniversary, so it's perfect. Okay. Look at that.
Yeah. All right.
If y'all don't know Senketsu, he's a monster. He's a really good player, and yeah, check him out. Right, send him some love.
We're gonna send y'all to Senketsu.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, chat. We'll catch y'all in the next one. And have a wonderful rest of your days. I might have to vamp for like 30 more seconds because I actually typed that in a little fast. So we got to wait until it hits 2 o'clock over here. But other than that, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Again, yeti.com/Brawlhalla, Brawlhalla.com/schedule, all the, the links. We sent them earlier. But yeah, any final words, Surus?
I love you. See you next time.
Bye.